If it's not barn doors, damn it. Ugh. Guys, look, it's time for another romp in the dictatorship, brought to you by BlackRock, brought to you by Liquid Death, brought to you by Bill Gates, and no, we're based. Blockchain Basement.
Bum, 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 bum. You ready for this? I'm ready. Welcome.
If you're gonna screw me, at least pull my hair.
Hell yeah. What you got?
They could start chopping off fingers. They're like, give me your seed phrase, but I don't know it.
Out to give the numbers out. And I was like, no, hang up the phone right now.
Or like when it dropped in 2020, was it like exciting?
400,000 to 600,000. The generational signals are now.
Level. So I don't even know if we're going to get back below there. But if we do, that's kind of where we...
Welcome. Hang on a second.
What?
Chemistry Bro, Lost Prophet, Nick Trua, Trippy, The Deadwood, Cisco, Chili Rainbow, DJ Flex Up, Mike Volmer, Meta, Hirsch, Sack Nasty 86, Braceface 21, Darth Man, Randall Dance, and Scotty Swing. What up, folks?
Sack Nasty.
Here in the basement, present arms. That's right. It's getting wild and buck nasty in the dictatorship.
Cheers.
Oh my goodness. That tastes like Myrtle Beach during bike week.
Like what?
During
Tall
bike
Boys
week.
at 1:23 p.m. on a Thursday.
That's right. This Thursday is down here in the dictatorship where we kind of talk about crypto, but we mostly talk about decentralizing yourself, decentralizing your life, and BJ's Dark and Twisted Fantasies.
Yes.
So if you're in the chat, be
Don't
interactive. Ask us questions. We may or may not know the answers, but the important part is that you participated. We've got our very own Double H running shotgun today, and he cuts to me for some reason. I don't know. BJ's drunk already. He took one sip of Coors Light.
Panda.
And then we got the Biscuit Jesus
Oh yeah.
running the board from the couch. There it is.
Yeah.
And then we've got Frankie Candles is not here.
Whatever.
I've assassinated Frankie Candles. Then we also have the Druth.
Yeah.
What happened?
Same person.
What
That's
happened?
what everyone wants. Drew, is there a new bunker coming out?
There's a new bunker coming out. This
Oh,
weekend.
man.
Got some bangers.
Got some bangers.
Blockchain bunkers.
Bungers?
Stay tuned.
Okay.
Watching Thunder.
Druth Grail says, life sucks getting divorced. I put all my money into Pulse Chain. Well, guess what, dude? Not only are you getting divorced, you're getting cheated on if you put your money into Pulse Chain.
Moment of silence for Drew
Dude.
Grail.
As
The
a fellow
Dictator's
Drew,
spoken.
I feel for you.
Yeah, the Dictator has spoken. That's a decree. How's crypto looking today? Bitcoin is at 30K. We dipped under 29 and now we're back up. I think we're going to be 30K through the weekend. Dave Digital unsub. Sorry, bro. You're even a mod too. That kind of sucks. Oh wait, he's not a mod. He's a fake mod.
Got the wrench. He's trying to
He's
get
a
in.
wannabe
He's a fake
mod.
mod.
Yeah.
Didn't Dave Digital say that stupid thing got timed out earlier?
Yeah, you timed him out.
Can you time him out again?
No, you timed him out the first time.
Oh,
It
He's
hasn't-
on the couch.
No.
can we time him out again?
I wasn't meme lording them.
Wait, H, are you on there?
Yeah, I got it. I got
yeah.
it.
Time him out again.
No!
The Dictator has spoken. He's going for re-education. Hannah, you better do it.
Oh my god.
He's going for re-education. Okay. Look, you can join us in Discord. We have many Discords in our Discord. You can be part of my secret police in the Dictatorship channel. You can get some Druth bombs. I think BJ is in there with some suspect feet pics.
No, I'll probably do it.
Double H is in there. Taco's in there. TJ drops alpha. It's all great. Yeah, PBR is great. Corey.
It's gonna be great for like the next 2 minutes. The half-life on that is the
You're so
shortest of
wrong.
any.
The
You're so
Half-Life.
wrong.
Apps.
You're so wrong.
Mystery.
Depends on where you
I don't see Dave Digital being banned yet.
Not
I'm
ban-
trying
don't
my best.
ban
Sorry, don't
them.
ban him.
Yeah,
Just time him out.
ban.
Time him out. Time him out.
How do I do it?
Just click on his name.
Too much.
Real
Not
mod.
too far.
Real
I
mod
got
vested
it.
by YT.
I got it.
Got him.
Ah!
Boom. That's what happens in the dictatorship. You speak out of turn, out of line, you do not pay respects, and you go away for a little bit, and then you come back a better person.
This
Ethereum is
how
at
revolts begin.
Ethereum is at $1,800. Hey, Tether's back at $1. Solana is at $17.
Wait, did you just call Tether Taylor?
No, I said Tether.
Can we
Thought I did.
make Tether just the
Tay-Tay.
nickname?
USD Taylor.
Yeah.
I like
Yep.
that better.
Yeah.
Does sound.
I like that better.
That's how adoption happens.
Yeah. AVAX is at $12.78. Man, I'm going to be buying some AVAX. If I'm DCAing this Friday, which is usually when I do it, AVAX is up there. Now's not a good. You don't want to buy into a green wave. Shout out to my friend Cameron. If he's watching today, he was hitting me up. He saw the price of Bitcoin going bananas. And he said, man, should I buy Bitcoin right now? Are you going to make a lot of money off of Bitcoin? I said, yes, I'm going to make a lot of money off of Bitcoin. But no, you should not buy right now. Do not buy into a green wall.
It's exciting though when you hear a friend like come about and
Yeah.
this thing. They're no, at least
It's not exciting. It's a top signal.
No,
I'm
it's
kidding.
not. Like I mean, we know we
2025 will be
they're
top
looking
signal.
right now. They're going to be doing well. Like I had a friend that's a truck driver. He came across $50,000.
You would have a truck driver friend.
You damn right I do.
Yeah,
And
burger.
Came across 50 grand. I was like, dude, a house and a Bitcoin. Go. You got this. Trailer, a double wide, and a Bitcoin. You're a truck
He
driver.
bought a double wide?
He's going to get a double wide.
Oh,
Wait,
God damn.
he hopped on Johnny's Tinder.
Bro, that was. All right, look.
Nice.
That was pretty good. All right. So, Drew, yeah, we don't buy into a green wave. BJ, how are you feeling about just general crypto?
General crypto.
Just general crypto.
Still bullish. I mean, it's kind of the classic. If we weren't creating a revolution, they wouldn't even pay attention.
Yeah, we're gonna
still sovereign states buying in. We can still see the U.S. doing stuff. The ETFs. This time, maybe it's real, but it seems a lot more so. Like I do like a lot of the memes with Elizabeth Warren and Gary Gensler being like, oh, "Shh, like you got to chill out on the regulation."
Yeah.
But it's like I do feel like that's going. I'm going to be interested probably within the next year at most. I feel like we'll actually see documentation that actually justifies and backs up a lot of our claims with this. But I mean, I think we're in a bullish pattern for sure, and I mean that in a mentality more so than the actual charts themselves. But I'm still happy with stuff. Also, Cardano's not a security.
Yeah,
It's
Cardano's
just
not a security. Someone tell Crypto Stevo. He's been mysteriously absent ever since we've been clapping back.
His coins are doing good though. He was in on stacks and on comp.
Yeah, I mean, Conflux is up, I think, 1,200%. We're gonna get into that in a minute. Real quick, want to check in Gen Z Corner. Gen Z, how's it going today?
Doing good. Bitcoin's at 30K.
What are you buying?
Ethereum right now.
Okay.
Nicole, shout out Nicole. Hey, Nicole Menace, talking about pudgy penguins. I'm pretty sure Nicole has a few of the toys. But yeah, that's why Ethereum mainly.
And then Double H, what do you have like a new job here at Hit Network?
I'm just going to be on camera a little bit more. Right after this, actually, we're going to redirect this stream to Hit Network Gaming. So if you guys stick around, we'll be live on YouTube after this playing some games for a little bit because Joel's not here. So I'm Hit Network Gaming on Wednesdays. Go subscribe or follow if you haven't already.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
And ATB on Saturdays.
Ooh,
Crypto Brunch.
That's
if
right,
you need
Crypto
a little
Brunch. And
breakdown.
those have been crushing it, man. The watch time for that is fantastic. Hannah, she's getting in the reps, right? Like she was in the practice squad for a little bit. And then now, like,
I'm
she's
still
on
in
the
the
bench.
practice
She's
squad.
getting some reps in here. Like the QBs are throwing
Put
the
me
ball.
in, coach. Put me in.
We're getting some synergy. We're getting some rapport. Okay. This is what building during the bear market looks like. Like every day, TJ threatens to fire me every time I get done this show, but
That's
I
really
continue
true.
to come back time after time after time.
Yeah.
And here we are. And this show is still only incrementally
Also,
better than when I
SAS
started.
Finance, thank you for saying I look great.
Aw. Let's look at. Oh, we can't get into that yet.
Obviously not directed towards me.
Guys, let's look at the mining. See what's happening in mining world. Hashrate.no, Octaspace. This is a really interesting product. A decentralized VPN. Octaspace price gain up 17% today. Meowcoin 11%. Conflux another pump, almost 10%. Caspa another pump, 10%. Let's see what has gone up in rewards. Alephium. This is good. Dynex is good.
Wait, isn't that from Terminator?
Skynet, Dynex, yeah, it sounds similar, but yeah, these are all that have gone down in hash rate and therefore up in the revenue. Man, this PBR is killing me right now.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, folks. Viewers at home. So this is really good. So Ravencoin's tough to mine during summer because it runs incredibly hot. So Alephium runs on Blake 3, which is a much easier algorithm. But here's some alpha here, folks.
Oh,
If you
you're
wanna
going to bring it up?
If you want to get into GPU mining,
Yeah.
if you want to do it, there's this company called AAA Wave, AAAwave.com. This is not sponsored. I don't know these people, but they're selling their fan rigs, a whole rig, up to 12 GPUs, open frame mining rig chassis with 8 fans for $119.
No, my question is how bad are those fans? Because right now that screams that's a deal.
Yeah.
It depends on how good those fans are, though.
I mean, they're probably decent, but even still having a 12 GPU rig like that. For,
Yeah, the frame, you buy a case with no fans for more than that sometimes.
Yeah, they do
That's-
have the
that's
other
not
fanless ones running for like $90. There are all sorts of sales happening on AAAwave.com. Again, this is not sponsored. I just found this last night as I was ignoring my family.
While I was playing Diablo 4, you were doing this. Sick.
Yep.
There you go. As far as what to buy, I tweeted about it today. So go on Twitter, follow me on Twitter, simp for me on Twitter, be a part of the Secret Police, and you will find it when I drop alpha about mining. Speaking about alpha,
There was a deal on GPUs on there, wasn't there?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's what
there's
I'm
a couple of them.
looking at.
Speaking of alpha, someone forgot to tell the people how to build a submarine. It looks like
I'm pretty sure they knew exactly what they were doing.
I'm pretty sure they knew exactly what they did not know what they were doing. Did you see the?
I mean, it's kind of like first Titanic, kill all the people against the Federal Reserve. This one, getting rid of a bunch of billionaires.
yeah.
It's
I
like-
know.
I
I
don't
don't know. I know whatever it is.
There's
It's
some
not a
weird
coincidence.
overlap here. I'm
Yeah.
going to be
It's not
doing
a
a deep
freaking
dive
coincidence.
on that.
I was talking about the Titanic. We were just talking about it, me and Drew. I was talking
know.
about the Titanic 4 weeks ago. I was like learning about the Titanic before any of this happened, before any of it was a thing at all. And then a week, I was like, wow, learning about the Titanic like a month ago. And then now there's this. I was getting clues before this happened. It's literally not a coincidence.
There is a video online of them assembling at the very last minute, putting the nose cone on this submarine. The guy's just there with a torque wrench and a
It wasn't even
crescent
a torque wrench.
It was a torque wrench.
Was it really?
It
That
was a
was a
torque
very
wrench.
small wrench.
But the guy's
It's
just there
very
like,
small.
yep, that'll hold, dung, 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 and then he walks away. I'm like, really? So in case you don't know, a submersible went down holding about 9 people or 8 people, went down, going to basically search for and do like a tourism tour of the Titanic. Well, lo and behold, soon after they started going way, way down into the ocean, contact was lost with the submersible, and there has been a rescue operation ever since. I believe as of 3 hours ago, they have, according to the math, run out of oxygen.
Yeah.
So if there was any hope of rescue, that is now over. Drew, what's the takeaway from this?
Oh man, there's so many.
I mean, they have GPS. It is 2023.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
like the technology's got to be like. Why were they using an Xbox controller?
Okay, that is the worst argument ever.
Well, it's a question. It's not really an argument. It's a question. Like, why were you using?
It wasn't an Xbox controller. It was a Logitech knockoff.
Yeah, and
a controller is a controller.
It's really interesting how the CEO of OceanGate is married to a direct descendant. Originally went down with the Titanic.
Yeah, that is hilarious.
1912. So Isidore Strauss's great-great-granddaughter married to Stockton Rush, CEO of OceanGate. Now, a tragic story of this.
So this is the true Watergate? Because it's in the ocean.
I mean,
The other thing about the submarine that really kind of weirded me out is it was made out of two different materials. The nose cone was made out of titanium, and the rest of the ship was made out of, get this, carbon fiber. So two different thermal, distribution signatures, right? Like basically how they react under temperatures.
Well, thermal expansion.
Yep.
And
is
debatably
different.
what's in there, you get into colligative properties. But yeah, it's like how a AC unit works is it's a bimetallic strip. One of them expands quicker, the other constricts
Way
quicker.
to reinforce the binary.
Yeah, but who said that? But nonetheless, yeah, it's kind of hilarious. Drew's mic is fading in and
that
out.
sucks.
Well,
I'm
it's
like
a
up
gate.
on this thing. So
Well, I just need to open up your gate.
open it up.
But yeah, continue.
Well, yeah. So it was also, as a video did surface, unlike this submersible, of the CEO, the billionaire CEO, saying, "Look, we want this trip to be inspirational."
Oh yeah. One more.
There it is. We want this trip to be inspirational. So during the construction, we wanted that to be inspirational too. And what we did not do, we did not hire a bunch of 50-year-old white guys to put this submersible together. Instead, we went out and hired the very inspirational 26-year-old, whatever, aquatic construction engineer from whatever school.
DeVry University.
Yeah, and that's really inspirational. So the guy did not hire seasoned submersible constructors to make his submersible. He instead did diversity hires, and here we are. So, look, I don't want to belabor this. These people are almost certainly dead.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things like, you fuck around, you find out.
Yeah.
Like, physics will always win. You know what isn't? You know what isn't and never will be woke ever? Physics.
Wow.
The whole 2 + 2 = 5 crowd completely lost this time around.
He just like outwardly ignored people with actual military experience in submarines and those type of technical know-how to just choose people that you can just train into the situation. It's really a poor decision.
Yep.
It's really a sad situation overall. I'll take a second to like be humane and acknowledge the people that,
They're dead.
as far as we know, they suffocated to death. Like that is not good. That's very sad.
It's a
This is
euphoric
sad
way to go, but
situation.
yeah, it's super effed up.
Yep. I
It's
mean,
euphoric.
Yeah.
I don't
Absolutely.
even want to touch on that.
apparently,
Yeah,
like you,
It's sad either way,
It is
whether
definitely
it felt
sad.
good or not.
yeah,
but
your impending doom.
yeah, okay.
They also didn't design a hatch for the outside of the submersible, so even if they did surface, they could not open it themselves.
Yep.
It was only open from the outside. They could not open it themselves from the inside.
Terrifying, actually.
Terrifying. Like if I was paying a lot of money to go on that trip and they said, "Oh, by the way, you can't open the door," I'd be like, "I'm out." Like I'm out.
Yeah, no,
Everything about the situation seems
all very
very,
weird.
very planned.
not.
Like, I know
Very
people are going to
planned.
be like, oh, no, you're just looking at that. It's like, how stupid can you be?
Yeah.
Like, this seems like a massive feigning of ignorance.
I've heard the best case scenario is actually once they went down. What's the line called? Where
The
if you
Marianas
go,
Trench? Oh.
no. It's like the depth. There is a certain level of depth to where, you cannot like be rescued from.
Well, you end up with a nitrogen narcosis once you go down to a certain level after
Yeah.
a certain amount of time.
Basically, the best case scenario was the submersible instantaneously crushed itself under the pressure, and everyone died instantly. That's the best case scenario.
Yep.
So I like to think that that's what happened. There was just a bunch of creaking and some water leaking in, and then boom, lights out. So instead of slowly dying over the course of 2 days.
Synonym, is that how you say it? Synonym Love said just a distraction. I like to think that
Yeah.
all of these news articles that are coming out have a keyword in it. That's something that they're trying to cover up.
Ocean.
SEO, some good SEO saturation so that they can distract us and hide whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whenever I see something that is this at the forefront of the news and in Google search results, I'm like, they did it for a reason. Like there's some, I don't
I
know.
guess I've never thought of specifically the SEO flooding.
I think
Yep.
of that a
SEO
lot.
flooding.
That's
Yep.
what I think of almost immediately. I'm like
Yep.
trying to find.
Like human DDoSing.
Double H with the real. Speaking of distraction, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg appear to agree to fight in a cage match.
Yes.
Meta says Zuck is serious.
Is this real?
Yes, Elon Musk replied to a tweet from Frequent Spaces host Mario Nafal, that guy's sus, discussing the potential release of Meta's competitor platform Twitter Threads. Musk threw out the idea of him and Mark Zuckerberg holding a cage fighting match.
Dude.
Zuck's response simply said, "Send me the location."
What?
And then, wouldn't you know?
Doesn't Zuck have a dunk on him?
We'll get into that in a second.
Meaning like he probably does leg day for real?
He really does leg day.
Yes.
Elon Musk came back and said the Vegas Octagon.
Let's
Look, a
go.
location has been set. All we need is a date. Dana White, where are you at, boy?
Let's
This is
go.
crazy.
He's wearing a bulletproof armor.
This is his picture from when he did a Murphy.
Oh yeah.
Zuckerberg
Yeah.
did a Murphy.
He just did it so
straight
he could
out.
look cool
He's so
for once.
scary.
What's a
Do we
Murphy?
know what a Murphy is?
Yeah.
No.
What is a Murphy? I know what it is. Not a Murphy bed,
Training.
you
I can't
dingus.
remember exactly what you have to do, but you have to. It's after Kyle Murphy, famous militant who fought real hard and did a lot of things for our military. So it's
Okay, a Murphy is run 1 mile, do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 bodyweight squats, then run another mile while wearing a 20-pound vest.
Gross.
Mark Zuckerberg did the Murphy, and he set a decent time. So, knowing that, and Mark's like my age, like he's in his upper 30s / early 40s.
He can roll on the mats too. Have you seen him do jiu-jitsu?
Elon, yeah, he's doing BJJ, which is the gayest sport on the planet. Elon Musk is 52
That's
years
not
old
football.
Doing
and has the physique of a Koopa Trooper.
Koopa Troopa.
Who do you have your money on? Double H, we'll start with you.
Elon for sure.
Elon for show.
Elon for sure. Let's go. I'll be front row. This
Elon's
is
going to show up in like an exosuit or something like that.
Well, no, he's gonna have like a needle like under his glove and inject him
Oh,
with something.
yeah.
He'll have a chip in his brain telling
What
him,
was
all right,
that
now your
wrestler?
right arm, now your left leg, now.
Like, fool, I haven't even activated my Neuralink yet. And then he's like,
Wasn't even my
like
final
Bane,
form.
right? Yeah, like Batman,
His
Bane from
nitrous
Batman.
oxide.
Yeah. Who was the wrestler? Chat, tell me, who was the wrestler? He was an Asian wrestler in WWE, and he would come out and he would have like the kiss of death thing, and he would like blow smoke in the other person's face.
I thought you were gonna talk about Sakaruba.
No,
And you're talking about
and
what?
it's not the blue meanie.
You're talking about devil's breath,
Devil's breath.
which is a real thing.
Yeah. Well, this was this WWE person who is not the real thing.
Yeah, I think Zuck's got it.
No.
Yeah.
I think Zuck's got it.
But does he have it like right out of the gate, or is it going to go a couple rounds?
If it's MMA, I think Zuckerberg.
Well, what's the
will.
height
He's going
difference?
to take his back. He's a scrambly little, squirrely little bastard.
Is he little?
He's pretty short, but he's pretty thick on his stance, and he's been doing jujitsu for a while.
Yokozuna.
Elon's
it's
going to be
Yokozuna.
I think-
Kabuki.
well, he's going to be a little too egotistical. He's going to underestimate his opponent. I think that
Tajiri. Robert. Got it. Tajiri. That's who did it.
Hmm.
Yeah. So Zuck is kind of normal size. Elon is a big boy.
Yeah.
He's thick.
might- Thick.
He's a
floofy.
thick. He's a thick ass boy.
Makes
Zuck
me miss
versus-
Talladega. So
God,
bad.
the best Butterbean fight is Butterbean versus Sakaruba, and Sakaruba just throws him into a fucking ankle pick, and it's
Yeah.
great to watch.
The two tech founders, aside from fighting in anything resembling a boxing ring, have been in a fight for a time in market share. While Facebook has had a large market share for a while, it has been declining in recent years while Twitter has been rising. Who wrote this article? Is this Libby?
potentially.
Thomas Stevenson. I always like the Post Millennial. Big shout out to Libby Emmons from Post Millennial. I'll send for her any day of the week. She's on Tim Pool.
I'm gonna
Libby,
follow
get me
her.
on Tim Pool. I deserve to be there. Let's see. Should we do it?
What's that?
I can't comment for the next several minutes.
Okay. Merriam-Webster
I want to.
actually changed the definition of the word vaccine between January 11th, 2021 and January 26th, 2021. Archived for the world to see. What did it say here? It said vaccine, a preparation of killed microorganisms, living attenuated organisms, or living fully virulent organisms that is administered to produce or artificially increase immunity in a particular disease. Fast forward to a preparation that is administered as by injection to stimulate the body's immune system response against infectious disease. And then it added this antigenic preparation of typically inactivated or attenuated pathogenic agent or preparation of genetic material, such as strand of synthesized messenger RNA, and is used. So they changed the definition of a vaccine.
I mean, that's fine.
Are you okay with this, BJ?
Yeah.
Are you okay that they changed it back?
I mean, it's fine in the sense that prior we didn't use mRNA. Like, that's really all. There's not anything sketchy
No
here.
mention of 5G. Is that weird?
What I think is funny.
Carbon nanotubes?
What I expected them to change was induced immunity versus making that not a thing, because that is a thing that has happened recently where people think that, like, for example, we got chickenpox vaccines. We're immune to chickenpox, aka we don't get it even if exposed to it.
I got it when I was a kid. Oh, you mean before you get the shot?
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's what I thought they were going to change, is change what immunity meant. That's fine. Like, depending on when that definition came out, if messenger RNA wasn't the thing, typically that wasn't a methodology for doing it. So that's fine.
I'm okay with it too.
I expected something way worse than that, to be honest.
Yeah. So this is a classic. This is the lesson here, folks. This is the classic. This guy is trying to troll Twitter for rage.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of other things to rage about on Twitter.
And this is the problem, is he just gave fuel to all the people. Like, say I have a certain stance on something in the scientific realm, and I bring a bunch of papers, I annotate, and I cite my sources.
Yeah.
But somebody like this person also joins up with it. I am going to get debunked because that person's an idiot. So here's where the problem is when people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about get involved, is they become an echo chamber. So when the people who actually know what they're talking about try to refute things, because there is a debate here, and I think it is a valid debate to have, but there's too many people who don't know what they're talking about getting involved.
Exactly. In this tweet in particular, we would say there's no there. It's like, okay, cool, they changed the definition because an mRNA vaccine came out. Like, yes, that's probably correct because the situation changed. Like what BJ said, if they were talking about changing the definition of immunity, that's a little bit different because we have not had a new type of metahuman. Sorry, Hannah, your elbow.
Oh no, you're fine.
I thought you hit your elbow. We don't have a type of metahuman as far as I know. Drew may have a bunker episode coming up about that, but for now, immunity is immunity, and you can't change that.
Smells like tyranny.
Dave Digital says, I've been chatting too long. Can I get some more of that timeout? Tell you what, let's go ahead and ban Dave Digital.
Don't do it.
No.
We can. I have the ability to unban him whenever I want to.
I feel like I'm watching the firing squad in North Korea's government.
Double H, he is being flagrant and being inappropriate.
Flagrant.
You didn't want to say Philippine?
Does that mean fragrant? He smells
close. But
This
yeah, Dave
sounds
Digital, Dave Digital, you're banned.
He didn't
Double
take
H,
his vaccine.
Double H, make it happen.
He didn't take it.
It's okay. I'm taking responsibility for this. I know where the ban list is, and I will unban him as I see fit.
Oh my God.
Dave, you screwed up, boy.
Dave.
You come at me, you take a shot at the king, you best not miss.
Dave.
And you came in with some weak game, and you're like, oh, Daddy, put me in timeout again. Well, guess what, bro?
I don't know if I have a
dead.
choice,
Oh
Dave.
my God. Hannah, it's okay if your computer stops working.
I'm gonna be
suddenly. It's okay.
exiled.
No, you can do it, Hannah. Is it done?
Are we getting back on
Do it.
topic?
We're going back on topic.
We can't go back on topic till Dave is out of my face. Just ban him. I will access the ban list later.
Oh my God.
You do it. Go get him.
All right.
Go get him. I'm watching you right now. We're going to do this live. This is a live beheading. This is what the people want. They want the Roman Coliseum.
They do.
Nick is Kim Jong-un. You're right. What are you new here? This is the dictatorship.
Free Dave.
This isn't Barney and Friends.
Wow.
Bye. Sin City is way better. Get him out of here. Get him out of
I
here.
don't even know how.
Ban
to do
this
it.
man.
There's only a timeout option.
Good.
Remove.
This is too much. This is too much.
Well, whenever Crypto
put
Stevo
him in
shows
timeout
up,
again.
I do have
Okay,
my
there you
charts
go.
for
This is
comparisons.
homeschooling overreach.
Okay, look, the great accumulation of Bitcoin has begun, says Gemini's Winklevoss. With spot Bitcoin ETFs helping boost the price of Bitcoin, some suggest the window to front-run institutional demand is closing. Over the past week, Fidelity, Invesco, Wisdom Tree, and Valkyrie have followed investment giant BlackRock in applying for Bitcoin spot ETF with the United States Securities Exchange Commission, which some analysts believe is the reason for Bitcoin's 19% price surge to 30,2040 since June 16th. Lark Davis, friend of the show, lives in an upside down world. 5 Bitcoin ETF applications in 5 days. Yeah, thank you, Lark. We already said that. Cameron Winklevoss, great accumulation of Bitcoin has begun. Anyone watching the flurry of ETFs filings understands the window to purchase pre-IPO Bitcoin before ETFs go live and open the floodgates is closing fast. If Bitcoin was the most obvious and best investment of the previous decade, this will likely be the most obvious and best trade of this decade. I agree. MicroStrategy executive chairman Michael Saylor weighed in on the subject in his own post, suggesting that retail investors may soon be pushed aside by increasing institutional demand.
Well, aren't they planning on buying a lot of the Bitcoin from MicroStrategy?
Yeah.
Oh, you buy shares in MicroStrategy.
Yeah, but it's just interesting that they've been set up.
Yeah.
Like, do we know who's been behind them besides Michael Saylor this whole time? Or did he just get lucky?
There's a lot of these types of folks that are behind MicroStrategy.
Okay.
There's a lot of them. Yeah.
Because it's like, say BlackRock and all these other people weren't allowed to buy it on paper just because it would look wrong, or they wouldn't be able to do certain kind of litigation. Prior to that, it's like, cool, Mr. Saylor, you buy everything. In 2024, we'll buy it from you. Yeah. Do we have any track record of that going on?
No.
Cool.
No, that's what I believe it is. They're just using MicroStrategy as a buffer to
Yep.
get their access through Wall Street while there's still doubt, and it won't be obvious that they're buying, and everyone will know that this is the game, and they're going to own it if you're not paying attention right now. So
yeah,
there it is.
In a June 21st interview with CNBC, Bitcoin investor Anthony Pompliano said he expects a tug of war to play out between retail investors and Wall Street. We have institutions and individuals scrambling to try to get their share of the 21 million Bitcoin that will ever be in existence. The retail investor for 15 years now has a head start and has accumulated all the Bitcoin that's been mined and put into circulation, but 68% of that hasn't moved in a year. Dylan LeClaire, the biggest chin and jawline in all of crypto.
Eclairs? I love eclairs.
Yeah, LeClaire predicts that no ETF application will be approved by the SEC until January or February at the earliest. Hold
on.
I tend to agree with that.
Chin in crypto?
He has a gigantic face.
Does he?
Oh, he has a gigantic face. Dylan LeClaire, come on the show. Let's talk about how gigantic your face is. I've seen him in person at Bitcoin Miami. Gigantic face.
That's a stretch. Oh.
No, the question is, do these ETFs take long enough to almost line up with when the debt ceiling freeze, I guess, becomes unfrozen in 2025? Like, that is interesting that I don't know how long a lot of these ETFs take, but it's like we do have the debt ceiling freeze. We do have the halvening. We have a lot of very, very, very macro things kind of lining up at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
Which I'm very interested in.
I'm still stuck on the chin thing, though.
Hang on.
It's an AI image. How do you know?
No. Look, okay, this is Dylan LeClaire.
Let's see. It's not like that.
Yeah, that's like average.
But it's even like he's the mini driver of male crypto. Like, here's mini driver, giant face, huge jawline.
Talking about
Dylan LeClaire. They're basically the same person.
What? No. You want the same person.
Mini driver.
Look up the.
Look at her face compared to Matt Damon's.
No,
look at this. Look at that.
It's smaller.
She has a huge face.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, she does.
Look up.
It's like a shovel.
The actress that played Nancy in Stranger Things, and then the guy who played Paul.
Natalia. Okay,
and then
first
the guy.
of all,
Yeah. So put Nancy.
Timothy?
Yeah.
They look like.
No, somebody bisects their faces. No. Yes. What? It's
not Natalia Wood.
No. Just say Nancy from Stranger Things and Paul from Dune. The internet will give you.
Paul from Doom.
Okay.
Paul Atreides.
I have worked with Natalia.
But then you have to put Paul from Dune as well.
I'll watch Dune.
That was a good movie. Oh, yeah.
And then go to images. Somebody will have a bisect image, and it's going to be great.
The same person.
The show's gone off the road. This sucks.
Yeah, whatever.
This is not good content right now.
Well, can we do something relevant?
We were just talking about Bitcoin,
All right, let's go back to it.
Natalia Dyer is a fantastic person. She is an angel. I love her. Yeah, she's fantastic.
Brad Guy says, I remember when I had my first beer. We get a cheers from the channel.
Cheers.
Cheers to Fried Guy's first beer.
BlackRock, Citadel, Fidelity, Schwab, Wisdom Tree, Invesco, Deutsche Bank. All entering the market within 2 weeks of both a downside decoupling from stocks and Binance and Coinbase both getting sued.
Kim Jong-il's smoking it up.
I love it.
Nice.
I didn't pick that tweet. That was a Johnny pick.
Yeah. It's a good tweet, though.
MicroStrategy becomes profitable on Bitcoin bet as Bitcoin surges past 30K. You know who else is also profitable right now and we haven't heard about from? Good old El Salvador.
Yeah.
I bet you the IMF is shitting a brick right now.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. I love to see it. Although Bukele is basically a dictator. So MicroStrategy's 4 billion Bitcoin bet turned profitable on June 21st after the cryptocurrency's value surpassed the firm's average purchase price of $29K. According to May 1st filing, who cares? Michael Saylor is a vocal proponent. Saylor recently reiterated his conviction about the asset, saying its market dominance could reach 80% in the long term. Do you think that's true? Does anyone think it'll reach 80% in the long term?
I mean, unless they're able to claim that everything's a security and wipe out a massive amount of the market. No. I'm saying unless.
Yeah.
I think a lot of other things, because you do have to remember that unless a bunch of BIPs happen, there is still a 7 transaction limit per second on Bitcoin. So unless we're only pumping the value based off of a store of value, which is feasible, you're not going to get that kind of dominance. You're just not.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is where we actually do start seeing the wars. But I mean, look how many different fiat currencies there are out there. Meaning, if digital assets are going to become the next quote unquote fiat replacement, there is going to be one. This isn't an episode of Highlander. So you're going to see that dominance probably level out, plus the people who control it. I mean,
what if we see decentralized sovereign CBDCs that aren't the same coin?
Yeah, but you'd have to have multiple chains for that, in my opinion.
You would. Absolutely. You would, absolutely. But I haven't, like, I had that thought last night, like we're always talking about one world governments for sure, one world government, but nations have seen the value in sovereignty and owning their own trade process a lot clearer.
And Flat Smack, did it really take you 20 hours to move Bitcoin yesterday? Because that is relevant.
That would suck.
Yeah, I mean, I know the network's gotten bogged down pretty badly.
Yeah, were you doing it on Robinhood? Come on, man.
No.
Come on, man.
Robinhood would probably be quicker than that.
Maybe.
It's just a front end, valuation ticker
Maybe
for
not.
the Bitcoin.
Where are Alex at?
Oh, God.
144. We got 371 watching right now. Everybody hit the like button. We got 300 likes.
144?
Please.
Guys.
Please.
Prove to the dictator that you are not a Fed. Prove your loyalty to the regime. Hit that like button. Sub to the channel. Come on. Come on. If Bitcoin becomes a reserve currency of all the crypto dominance, we'll have to settle close to 50%. Am I wrong thinking this? I don't know what you said.
I mean, read the words. It's there.
Of all the crypto, the dominance will have to settle close to 50%.
So Bitcoin being 50, everything else being 50.
Yeah, including Ethereum and all the other altcoins, the whole ecosystem and stable coins.
No. Because I think once Bitcoin if there's a Bitcoin world reserve currency, then there's going to be, that's when Ethereum goes Super Saiyan. That's when tokenized assets go Super Saiyan, because now everything is a digital. Now it's all on crypto, and everyone's getting all those hundreds of trillions of dollars, the $215 trillion of derivatives are all going to flow into crypto. So Bitcoin dominance will go down dramatically. Now, its importance will not go down, but its dominance will, as far as like in the crypto market cap, because you're going to have everything flooding to not just Ethereum. You're going to have all these derivatives of all these tokenized assets flooding to Cardano, to Avalanche, to layer 2s like Polygon and Arbitrum. All that stuff's going to flood into crypto. So
and there's a lot of people that are like super stuck on their own crypto as like being the ultimate use case for everything. When this really breaks into the world, you're going to need multiple different types of operation systems tailored to each industry that has a different need. So that's where my mind stays open to these altcoins. I'm definitely most focused on Bitcoin. Definitely got to focus on Ethereum, but within that, I just know that even if I was a Bitcoin maximalist, you have to accept internally that this is a larger ecosystem than just Bitcoin solving the problem.
Yeah.
That's an easy
BJ, what do you think?
Understand.
I definitely agree. I'm also going a weird spot in my head thinking right now with hash power and everything else, and how I was looking up attack vectors on different chains. That Bitcoin, to get a 51%, you really only need we'll call them two of the voting keys. But trying to think that with institutional investment and institutional hashing power, how feasible would it be to basically strong arm through a BIP to make more Bitcoin? But at the same time, while I was thinking about that, then you immediately devalue your Bitcoin. So it's like kind of there's a fail safe. Like, can the system be hacked to do it? Honestly, it's not that hard. And that's a relative statement. But the incentive there is almost stronger.
That's the beauty in it.
Yeah. That's why I was silently thinking in my head, having a weird conversation with myself.
Self-destruct. You tried to destruct others,
which is kind of cool. But back to what we were talking about. It's like, this isn't a one size fits all. It's like, if transactions are taking X amount of time, it's like you can't really move anything through there. You can't really build. Well, yes, you can build a CDBC and other things on Bitcoin, but more you will need other options for different things. It's like, do you want to do Filecoin and stuff like that on Bitcoin? Like, I'm not actually sure how big the blocks are, nor how large the blocks could be changed to. But yeah, I mean, the dominance will be what it is, but as other things are implemented, that will change. 100%.
Speaking of changes, Jerome Powell yesterday said stablecoins are a form of money that the Fed needs to regulate.
Bullish!
Yeah. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell appeared before the House Financial Services Committee Wednesday to discuss the state of monetary policy, fielding crypto-related questions in the process. Quote, "We do see payment stablecoins as a form of money, and in all advanced economies, the ultimate source of credibility in money is the central bank," Powell said when asked about how the Fed is thinking about privately issued stablecoins. "We believe it would be appropriate to have quite a robust federal role in stablecoin regulation," he added. Got some other questions. That Wednesday's hearing was the first of Powell's 2-day Capitol Hill tour. On Thursday, central bank head will appear before the Senate Banking Committee. The hearings
Nick's
are
too scared to go to Bankhead.
Yeah, well, I got to drive through Bankhead to get to Atlanta from my house.
True.
And it's
Anyway,
it's a thing. It's Mad Max. The hearings are part of Powell's twice annual policy report, which became federally mandated at the start of the COVID-induced economic downturn. Futures markets are pricing in a 72% likelihood of a 25% basis point increase in July, which is 0.25%, according to data from the CME Group. This is honestly the type of crypto regulation that we need and nothing else. What do you think? Thoughts?
I mean, it's definitely interesting to see him given the nod to, CBDCs. I assume that they would do this eventually, where the interesting part about it to me is that he's admitting to the public that there is a use case.
So you're going straight to CBDC, even though he's just talking about stablecoins.
Well, yeah, but there's a use case and a viability for not only CBDCs, but stablecoins. And, they've kind of had this posturing like they're just going to destroy most stable coins, or basically take that stance that only the Federal Reserve can mint currency, which is the argument I assumed that they would uphold or stick to against these stable coin systems that already exist. But seeing him kind of acknowledge the use case of already existing systems gives me a potential new thought that they might try to find a way to play nice with the existing systems and just basically use FedNow or FedWire in the future in 2025 as communicating systems to these already existing liquidity pools. Because governments don't innovate, they regulate. That's what they're good at. They're not good at innovation. They're good at regulating the private sector that's out there innovating.
They're good at waging war and stealing. Yeah. That's about it. Let's do a... I just had a real quick comment. Stable coins, I think Powell and them are realizing that it's a convenient way to inflate the currency without inflating the currency, right? Like they don't have, why continue to print a bunch of greenbacks, like actual dollars, when you can just print a bunch of USDC?
Or do both.
And it's a great way. Now they're finally coming around oh, wait, we can keep this shell game going for a little bit longer now that we have some fake money. Let's take advantage of it. So appreciate everyone in the chat. What are our likes at right now?
Yes.
189. Almost 200.
189
We can
guys,
do
get 200. Come on.
400 watching. We got
Let's
402
get to
people.
200. Let's freaking
What a crew,
Go.
man. This show started in the depths of the bear.
I
We're
know.
at 17K.
That is really crazy.
How many-
400 of y'all.
How many subs does this channel have?
13,400.
About 14.
13,000? That's
Sick.
amazing. Guys,
It's
y'all
goal
are
20
amazing.
Actually, no, goal is 15K.
Well,
That's all
when we
the
hit
OGs.
15, then we're not doing the NFT
Yeah.
anymore.
If
So-
you're in the first 15,000 subscribers to the channel, you can get a free NFT. Join the Discord.
Yes.
Connect your member account from YouTube to the Discord, and you can mint your NFT.
That's
knows?
sick.
I love this little bird that's
Also
chilling
be an
right
OG.
there.
Oh,
Oh,
there's a
there's
little
a
bird
bird
guy?
in here.
in the studio right
There's a
now.
bird
How
in the
did that
studio.
get in here?
Be an OG. Hannah, explain to the studio audience
Frank shows up.
how they can be an OG.
Yeah, we know Frank.
There's a bird in here.
You can get your OG NFT. I think you have to be a member of the
Come on in.
YouTube channel. So you have to be subscribed and you have to join the member community of the YouTube channel. I think it's $5.
Frank's interrupting the
Frank's
show
in here
live.
talking.
Hold
I'm
on.
trying to concentrate and I can't.
Come here,
Hold on,
Frank.
what do you
But-
need,
Come sit
Frank?
down.
Come
Yeah,
on,
you
get
get-
in here.
Come sit down.
What do you need, Frank?
If you're going to interrupt the show,
Come
do it
tell-
right.
Become a member of the YouTube channel,
Unbelievable.
and then you connect
What do
your
you need?
YouTube
I have like
to your
30
Discord,
seconds.
and you'll get a bunch of roles in the Discord, and you can join the OG chat and mint an NFT. Sorry, I'm done. Go ahead. And the link to the Discord's in the description.
You weren't done.
Hey,
Lies.
what's going on, everybody? I'm just here to ask BJ a question. Don't mind me. I need a stream link. I need a stream link. Do I need a special one, a 4K, like just
what?
to connect my camera to my laptop?
Our studio is chaos.
Oh my God.
Cam
This
link,
only
yeah.
happens on when I'm hosting.
Our
Boomer.
studio
This
is
only happens when I'm
Connect your
hosting.
camera to
It's
the
so true.
computer. Yes.
Do
I need a
do I
better
need a
contract.
special one,
Make
or
out-
just
it looks like
Amazon
you're
and get the
making
main
out.
I need a
one?
better
Yeah,
contract
just
for
grab
this
the
show.
Elgato 4K.
Okay.
I got to talk
Goodbye.
to TJ about my
I love
contract
you.
for this
Bye,
show.
guys. Bing bong.
I get like sub C-class YouTubers showing up in here.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we got a beer spill.
He broke the
Oh my
beer.
God. Oh my God.
That's my other drink.
Guys, unsubscribe from Frankie Candles.
Hey, let's go, Eric Carlson. Welcome to the OG status.
Welcome, Eric Carlson.
And all these candles show up. in the
Welcome,
chat.
welcome, welcome.
Free
What
Dave.
the hell just happened?
Welcome.
They said Frank, tell him to free Dave.
Free Dave. No,
Dave's in
dude.
the candle
Dave's
mafia.
going down. He's a fake mod. He's got the wrench in his name trying to be like, oh, I'm a mod. I'm important. Oh, yeah, my family loves me. Well, guess what, buddy? You're about to be disappeared. Just watch. Just watch. You'll never be on the stream ever again. It's official. Student loan payments will restart in October. Department of Education says, great.
Wait a minute. So what?
Over the 3-year-long pause on student loan payments, the U.S. Department of Education has repeatedly told borrowers their bills will be set to resume, only to take it back and provide them with more time. P.S. Unless I'm completely mistaken, all of these bills have continued to get interest during this time.
Bullish.
So yeah,
That's a good payment.
So while people lost interest, they were getting it.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
For many
I-
borrowers, the
that.
payment pause
She
has
made
been
me laugh
life-altering,
so
saving
fucking
many
hard.
from financial ruin and allowing others to finally get ahead financially. While the whole time they're getting behind financially because they're still getting interest, nearly all of the people eligible for the relief have taken advantage of it, with less than 1% of qualifying borrowers continuing to make payments on their education debt. That 1% are the only smart people. Look at this. Look at this graph. If this is
debt.
not
Shout out
stealing,
Trippy. Welcome to the OG status.
welcome to the OG status. Trippy, welcthe welcome.
Sorry for the
Notice how
interruption.
Dave Digital has not
has
done
returned.
OG status. All he does is talk shit in the chat, and he can't even be an OG. What a fool! What an absolute fool! You will learn. You will think about these mistakes you've made
Look at the
as
chart
you spend
though.
time in the gulag.
Hold on, the chart. It seems to be not. It's trying to calm down. Maybe.
Plateauing.
Is
I
it
think it's
calming
because
down? Plateauing is.
I think
the
it's because there are
scientist
fewer and
says?
fewer people going to college now.
Yeah, because maybe information's more accessible. They're realizing it. Maybe this is a slightly good sign.
I hope so.
Potentially.
Yeah, the Education Department notes on this financial aid website that Congress recently passed a law preventing the further extension of the payment pause. In exchange for voting to increase the borrowing limit, Republicans demanded large cuts to federal spending. No, they didn't. They sought to repeal Biden's executive action granting student loan forgiveness, but the Biden administration refused to agree to that. What else? Who turned the AC on?
I may.
Satan.
Oh,
They
boy.
clearly did it.
Look, universities in the United States are by and large a scam now. Okay. It's a slush fund. It's a scam. You do not get what you pay for. The ROI is not there. So look, you need to think really, if you're going to school and you're going to get that gender studies major, well, guess what? You've basically paid $100,000 or $85,000 to be a barista. That's what it is. That's what's up. If you go to the trade schools and you learn how to do real work that AI cannot replace, you'll be making decent money. Unless you're going into anything other than STEM, which P.S. the M and the S are not guaranteed jobs anymore. And
Wait,
God
what
help
are
you if you
they?
go in for law.
Science, tech,
Science, technology, education, or engineering and
There
medicine.
you go.
and what's the M?
Medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah. So
think the M
medicine,
is-
nurses there's a glut of nurses. There's a lot of people getting medical degrees that cannot get work. There are a lot of people with just general science degrees that cannot get work.
I mean, a nursing
Okay.
degree is good. The M stands for marketing.
M stands for marketing now. No, it definitely
medicine.
stands for medicine. Nursing degrees it's hard to make money as a nurse now because they
Really?
fired a lot of them. So there's a lot of out of work nurses because they can, because they didn't want to get the jab. Anyways, yeah. So you need to be extremely judicious with what you're doing in school. Because if you could put
Sorry,
CC
sincere.
Sincere. Why be a gender studies major when you can just watch Bravo Network for a lot less? Look, Sincere drops the knowledge.
Bravo? Like, what's a Bravo?
What's
good.
Bravo?
We
Waste
don't
your
know what that
time
is.
watching Bravo,
Yeah.
people.
Why
Come
be a
on.
psychology major when you can just watch Love is Blind and then you literally know, or like Love Island, then you literally know how the human mind works.
Yep.
Watch Love Island. Does anyone here
Love
have
Island is actually, I used to love Love Island because it was so
Love Island
real.
UK?
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Australia.
The British.
So
yeah, the
good.
Australian ones. Yeah, the
Hot take
American
for
one
me.
is
When it first came out,
cringe.
it was
All
Yeah.
TV is a scam.
literally stop
That's
watching
not true.
TV.
I don't watch
this is
television.
TV.
I don't watch television.
Watch
this is
TV.
information. This is education.
Okay, Drew, have you seen The Wire?
Nope.
You should watch The Wire.
I don't have a television.
Well, you're fucking weird, bro.
I don't.
How are you gonna play Super Mario 3?
I don't watch a single thing that I didn't choose to watch.
Plus one in the chat if you've seen The Wire and you think it's one of the best TV shows in the entire
Nick was
world.
definitely gender studies major, probably.
I was definitely not. I can tell you this right now. I was definitely not a gender studies major. I was a communications major because I was terrible at math. And if I could do it all again, I would not go to college.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
I still want to go back and finish.
If I
Yeah.
could do it again, I would do college a little bit differently.
Because, hey, look at this. According to Post Millennial, U.S. students' math scores plummet to lowest level in decades. According to a new report, mathematics decline for 13-year-olds was the single largest decline we have observed in the past half a century.
Oh, gee, I wonder what happens when you remove kids from school for a while.
Officials of the National Assessment of Educational Programs reported that the average math and reading test scores for 13-year-olds in the U.S. have hit the lowest levels in decades. This is after we've spent trillions of dollars on education and have one of the most corrupt teachers unions on the planet, in addition to the most woke education and god-awful education system on the planet. Let's go ahead and throw more money at this
Actually, I want to
problem.
know.
They need to hire more security guards. Honestly.
Since the 1970s, the NAEP has been monitoring students' performance in subjects administering the federal standardized basic skills test. When you take a test and you ace it, that only means that you know how to take a test. That doesn't mean you comprehend the material.
100%.
In the
Let me quickly ask before you go on the rant because it'll take a while. Patrick, Unity, what field and whatnot? I'm actually interested. Anyway, continue.
What?
in the 22-23 school year, test results from the fall showed an average of 256 out of 500 in the reading test scores and 271 out of 500 in math scores. Only 3 years ago, reading levels were a stellar 260, while mathematics scores averaged approximately
That's
280.
That's a 4-point decline.
I know. It's terrible.
Oh, the bird is in here now.
Oh, the bird's in
is
here.
literally-
Hi,
There's a
birdie.
bird.
Anyway.
Oh my
There's
God,
a
he's so
wild,
cute.
vicious animal loose in the studio. And yes, I am continuing to hold this show together because in the dictatorship, nothing will move us from our focus of giving you the best possible crypto and decentralized content
He's just
on the
hopping
It's a
planet.
violent
around.
beast.
Popping
Yeah.
around.
On Wednesday, President Joe Biden, Secretary of Education Miguel Cardona, one of the few non-transgender people in his entire administration, commented on the assessment, stating, "The latest data from the National Assessment of Education Progress is further evidence of what the Biden-Harris administration recognized from day one, that they suck ass. No, that the pandemic would have had devastating impact on students learning across the country, and that would have taken years of effort, investment to reverse the damage, as well as address the 11-year decline that preceded it."
No shit. You shut off their most important developmental years of their life, and you're surprised by poor results.
Yeah.
You're
And yet-
surprised by this? You're surprised by crime increasing when you make people wear masks and dehumanize each other so that they don't feel emotion when they commit a crime
Yeah.
against themselves,
and when you
against
change
each other?
and when you change curriculums to
Right.
I wonder how if we can I wonder if there was some gigantic change in the education system's curriculum around 11 years ago. I wonder what that is. Oh, it's called Common Core. Yeah. And because it's woke Marxist bullshit and no one can learn it. So yeah, there's been a complete communist takeover of the education system for the past 30 years. Started in higher education and has filtered its way down. Now you have kindergartners learning about critical race theory and all that other bullshit. So look, you get what you pay for, okay? And you pay for corruption, and you keep up with corruption, and you abide corruption, and you get terrible results.
I mean, the funny thing is there's plenty of epigenetic studies that directly correlate to PTSD and other issues. One of the ones I look at a lot that's a really fun one is people tend to be like overly negative or in a traumatic state will start overexpressing. It's known as neuropeptide arginine vasopressin. So what that means is your genome expression for that puts you in basically an extremely vasoconstricted state and dumps cortisol, and that becomes your homeostatic baseline level. And that's basically what we've done to all these children.
Yep.
And really, everybody the past several years is you put them in this fight or flight state at all times.
Yes.
And like that is social engineering. Like that is a known thing.
Yep.
Like just that is like basics of epigenetics 101. And until we're able to change our mentality, your genome expression will continue to be basically offset that way. Also, somebody shout on Cardano, saying Cardano's overvalued chain with market cap and daily active users.
We got to stay on topic here. We'll get to Cardano in a second.
Use it then.
Yeah. So look, there's a whole bunker episode that I want to write for Drew, and Drew will love it too, about the education system. The education system in the United States is not made to educate. It is made to create workers.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It is anti-thought.
Servants, not just workers, servants.
Yes, servile, compliant workers. That is what it is made to pump out. And the more Marxist it is, the better it does, the better a job it does at that. So this is the end result of having a Marxist education system is you get servile workers that are voting in the two-party system, which is really a uniparty system. Okay, this is it. So there's a whole, it's just the complete antithesis of thought, of enlightenment thought, of scientific thought is the public education system in this country. Boom. Crypto can solve this. How? +1 in the chat if you want to see a bunker episode done by the Druth, co-written by the Nictator on why the education system is a scam and how it can be fixed and how crypto can help that. +1 in the chat if you are interested in
I'm big on that, man. That's my fight right now.
That's right. Let's go.
I was going to say decentralized funding. I mean, I've ranted about this a million times when somebody's like, oh, why isn't there a study that contradicts what I'm talking about? It's like, well, because nobody will fund it. And like that is relevant. The biggest problem with academia is exactly what you're stating is people are taught what to think, not how to think.
Yes.
And that is extremely, extremely dangerous, and it's how you stifle innovation very fast.
These programs that the schools are stuck in, they're stuck there because they're receiving funding from the federal government. So they're trying to abide by federal government guidelines, and that's where these skewed things that don't make any sense that the teacher's just reading off this paper, blah, it says that there's only 50 genders. That is where, you know, the disconnection from reality and what the federal government wants you to believe.
+1. Drew, I think we've got our next one. Look at all those +1s,
We're
bro.
gonna do it.
A bunker.
So look, wrapping up the show here. I am reminded of this verse from the Bible, Proverbs 1:8-9. My son, hear the instruction of your father, and do not reject the teaching of your mother, for they are a garland of grace on your head and chains of ornaments of gold around your neck. And it's important to note here that the father instructs and the mother teaches.
This feels very Marxist.
No. This is incredibly Judeo-Christian because Judeo-Christianity is what gave us this fantastic society. Fathers instruct. They say, hey, here's what you do. Figure it out. Mothers teach. Say, hey, I'm going to show you how to do this. If you only have one and you don't have the other to balance them out, then you have a improperly raised child. You need both of them. You need instruction and teaching. What you have right now, and there's a fascinating study about what has happened as women have taken over, like we've gone beyond parity of the education system for genders. It's like overwhelmingly female now. So it's all teaching and there's no instruction. And who thrives in that environment? Women. And who gets stunted in that environment? Boys. The education system is failing, boys. Full stop. And that is by design. So look, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot that we need. But what we need more than anything is Bitcoin. Final thoughts.
Oh, I was about to just end the show right there. I'd seen right.
I mean, we could.
As a writer, that was the perfect spot. I messed up.
No such thing as Judeo-Christian. But so look, DM me and I'll school you. I'll bring you over to the light side. Look, let's get degenerate here for a second as we wrap up the show. This is the last time I'm ever hosting around the blockchain.
Let's see what you think.
Or on the blockchain basement. That's too many PBRs for me. Blockchain basement. TJ will be hang on.
TJ's been here the whole time.
Yeah, I just got a text from TJ. TJ fired me. Yep. So that's it, folks. This is my final episode of Blockchain Basement. But before I go, what are you looking at being degenerate and buying on Friday? Are you going to DCA at all? Are you going to DCA Drew into 556 and 223?
Oh man, I mean the last few weeks have been a lot of. I bought a bunch of preps. This week I'm feeling like I'm going to go back into crypto, but I don't know. It just feels pretty high. But you know what hasn't moved too much yet is Cardano. So I've been watching Cardano. Need to reaccumulate Cardano. Got out at 40 cents. It looks cheap. It's been tempting me all week. And I have to sit here next to BJ and talk about the incredible ecosystem that's trying to
because everybody's argument, they're like, oh, look, nobody's using Cardano. Then start using it.
There's a
and
lot
then you'll
of
figure out
things that
real
you can
quickly
use.
how else.
They're not there yet.
They are there. What's not there?
The people aren't there
The
yet.
people, just by choice.
But the
That's just how
building
it is.
is built.
Yeah, the building is literally there.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a little Cardano.
Your DeFi's there, your lending's
You
there.
know?
So like I'm buying Cardano, I'm buying AATA.
Yeah,
There's
that's
all
the
your
one.
lending.
That's the one.
Look at Meld, AGIX. You have all your NFTs if you're into that stuff. But like honestly, like AATA has been ripping and is a really awesome loaning platform.
And maybe SNCC.
AATA, just two A's and then
Yep.
and then DA.
Yep.
Okay.
If you bought it like 2 months ago, you'd be up over 800%.
Wow.
But yeah, the ecosystem
It's
is
there.
there. Anybody who says it's too hard to code in Plutus, check out Marlowe Playground. It literally is how you teach children how to program, where it's pieces that you plug in together to code. The options are there. If you want to sit on this narrative of just complaining that things don't work, maybe look into it. You'll notice real quickly when people are like, oh, Ethereum has all these sweet dApps. Look at the top 10 dApps on Ethereum.
It just feels
It's
like
Uniswap. It is MetaMask.
Yes.
It's basic stuff like that. Same thing on Cardano. It exists. It's faster. You have deterministic gas fees. Like,
I was growling.
just start checking shit
it
out.
just kind of feels
Start
like in
checking
general,
shit out.
What's that?
Just check it out. Yeah, Hannah's growling.
I already
Drew-
bought my snacks.
Wait, okay, so hang on. BJ's pick is Cardano.
Yeah.
Drew, what's your pick?
Well, and AATA and Charlie.
And-
I'm
okay,
gonna
I have a
probably
pick.
do AATA and then maybe a more Ajax. I mean,
Ajax,
I feel like it's
yeah.
time to start building the risky biscuit back.
Risky biscuits. Yeah. No, doing
Is
the
that what
biscuits.
my Discord channel needs to be? Cool. Done.
Risky biscuits. Double H.
I have a pick
Switch
actually,
garbage.
which like I've known about this since before. I mean, probably once I started working here, I started hearing. I don't know, Bitcoin, Matic, Polygon, because I am actually using it for the first time. because of Pudgy Penguins. Shout out to onboarding the noobs, because
There you go.
I'm kind of one of them. But like for the first time, I've minted Polygon NFTs and I've like played around with it a little bit, and I see the use case. And Polygon's cheap, so I could see Polygon being something for real in the future, in gaming for sure. I think
Isn't it great when you're on Polygon and the gas fee is like 5 cents? And you're like, oh,
it's so cheap, yeah. But I mean, like, I don't know. I'm still learning. But like for the first time, I see the use case of Polygon, and I could see it becoming something for sure.
yeah, I am bullish on Polygon. I am kind of looking at Flow. So
Yeah, I forgot. What is this again? We have.
yeah, so this is the Google NFT platform.
This one's been beaten up recently,
It's
right?
been, look at this chart. I mean, it's just absolutely crushed. Even over the past year, it was at like approaching $3 or just over $3. And now it's at 90 cents.
What kind of supply?
No, it's at 50 cents. Look at the supply side. Circulating supply 1 billion, max 1.44.
Ooh.
This is kind of juicy. I'm going to look at like
Hold
token
on.
unlock schedule.
Market cap half. Ooh,
Market cap $500,000.
not
Boys and girls.
terrible.
What?
You're
It's
not
out
bad.
of the micro cap, but
It's not micro cap. It's small cap.
no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I can't say micro caps right now. I got to do a little bit more research.
That's worth researching.
Yeah. Flow, big money behind it. It is the Google NFT platform. Take a look at it. Check it out. Do your own research. I don't know if Flow is dead. Well, look, one random guy in the chat says it's dead. So
It's over
sell
with.
your bags. It's over. This whole thing.
Jet her down.
All these holders, all this $500,000 of market cap should have listened to Clavy.
Yep.
Anyways, Folks, that's all for Blockchain Basement. Remember, we're all just spiritual beings having a human experience. Go out there, decentralize yourself.
Yes.
I'll see you at
Do
the
it.
top.